from finding a way to make people pay, whether you're a carpenter, you're a taxi driver, you are selling rice in the market. These people make a lot of money, but they don't get to pay nothing. So I think as an area, I would like to see the revenue boosted. Now, the country of Nigeria is gifted by the Lord to federal. Well, what is a budget? It's a program of how an entity, be that your household or my household, a community, an organization, but in this case, a country, what he intends to do in a given period, typically a coming period. So these are the expenses I want to do, things I like to achieve, but this is also how I intend to raise the money. So I'm not focusing on just the federal government, because when we look at all the debts, they include the debts of even subnationals like states. But somehow in finance, they are called or classified as sovereign borrowing. And everything is on the neck of the federal government. All the state borrowings are also reckoned onto the books of the FGN. But back to now, if we are borrowing so much to fund our budgets year in, year out, questions begin to spark up in my brain. If the wealth of a nation is inside, is embedded in that country, including the human capital that we all are, when did we ever write in this constitution that only a category of people that are easy to track should pay tax, and the rest of them that we don't know or find easy to even track, let's go forget that they pay anything? So that's a presumption. That's why I say it's like a hostage taken. When I spoke on the floor, they held me hostage by what I said, certain section of the press. See the man that says people that we all know are poor. Taxi drivers, tailors, barbers should be paying tax. Well, where is it in this law that says all those ones are presumed poor, too poor to pay? So it's a matter of rational thinking. When I was thinking and saying these things, I was thinking on the side of government. That's my role here. Don't forget the tripod. Executive, okay? Legislature, and then the judiciary. So we are thinking, how do we get this country out of the morass of inadequate funding? That's the context in which I spoke. But a certain section of you people in the press, like, people that we all know and agree are poor, why should they pay anything? Well, I don't know any country where governments operate without a tax code that covers everybody who should be in the tax net. I hear that said every day, and we should have to do something to bring people more. We have to deepen the tax net. Who is dragging the net? It is the government. So it's up to government to decide who and what does a guy pay. Who pays and what do they pay? Who gets exempted? I can't exempt myself because I am a barber. I cannot exempt myself because I'm a tailor, any more than you can exempt yourself because you are a press person. For God's sake, you could be somebody earning so much money. But if you have your homework done, you may still end up paying nothing because you have so many categories of exemptions that you can enjoy. So the people at the state level, even federal, they need to get together to see what can we do to shore up the revenue of the subnationals, i.e. the states, and even the federal. That's the context in which I spoke. But now people are calling for my head because I'm asking for the poor to pay tax. Do the poor live here or not? NEPA is not reliable, not in my house, not in Dagote's house, but that's the way it comes and goes. But we all experience it. So, if we all live together in the same place called Nigeria, the law, the presumption in law is that everybody must have to contribute pennies of something they can afford to the running of the government. The point is, for you and for me, where is the government getting the money? This year that is ongoing, between last year and now, there have been many schemes the federal government brought out to help the poor, to inject money into them. Let me speak about the one that I know fairly well about. By the grace of God and by the leave of the House leadership, I look after the House Committee on Commerce that supervises or has oversight on the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. This existing government of Buhari that people are maligning and calling names has done more for the poor than anybody else that I know in history, politically, in terms of injecting funds to help them. 75 billion naira COVID-19 survivor fund was brought out by this government to help who? Medium and small scale enterprises. Artisans that we are now defending in the press as being poor. Artisans are getting 30,000 injection into their personal financings, or finances, if you will, just to help them to move up. Some of them that were even mom and pop and never incorporated, no enterprises, the government is now doing for them free registration of your business name. They're not saying go and do incorporated, but at least have a business name, Mamos Waka and Son. That's a business name. It's being done for them free of charge. Okay, so where is this money coming from? I don't hear anybody complaining in the press that, oh, they are spending our money to give to artisans. But I hear all this noise about the artisans that are so poor are the ones that this man says you should be paying. Come on, sir, Mr. Artisan, Mrs. Artisan, when you talk to 30,000 that they gave from Abuja, did you ask where the money came from? Did you care where the money came from? And what is the purpose for giving you the money? It's to shore up your income. So hopefully you become more productive. And if you're productive, then you pay tax. As a matter of fact, in a country like Nigeria, our tax system is progressive. The more you earn, the more you pay. And so it is in many other countries. Until you begin to pay tax very well, you are living under the table.